Hello traders, and welcome to the channel once again. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about how to refine an order block to get a more precise entry. So when it comes to trading order blocks, most people are familiar, or most traders can identify their order blocks correctly. But however, their order blocks, or they mostly have wider stop loss, and also a poor entry and a bad risk to reward as well. So these are very important factors that you need to consider, and that is because mostly their order blocks that they use, they normally pick it from what, or they normally takes a whole range without refining it to get a smaller zone to trade from. So today we are going to talk about how to refine your order blocks, um, how to get sniper entry from the order blocks, so that you can apply these concepts in your in your trading. So kindly watch this particular lesson to the very end so that you will understand everything correctly. Now, when you talk about refining an order block, what it simply means is that you are trying to reduce the size of what an order blocks, or the order block that you are trading. You want to reduce it to get a more smaller zone where institutions are likely to be trading or to be entering from. That is all about refining an order block. So let's say that you are working with um on a particular time frame, and you notice another block like this. All right, so this order block that you are going to be trading from can be can still be scaled down, or can still be reduced to something like this. So by having another block like this reduces your trading stop losses, increases your risk to reward ratio, and you can still also get a more better or precise entry. All right, so that is it when it comes to refining an order block. Now there are two ways that you can actually refine your order block. There are two ways that you can refine an order block, and the first one is scaling down or going down into a lower time frame. That is the first way of refining your order block, the lower time frame refining. So when you talk about the lower time frame refining, it simply means moving from a higher time frame to a lower time frame, all right, to get a more precise entry. So for example, let's say you notice, or you take your order block from, let's say, a 4 hour time frame. All right, so by taking your order block from, let's say, daily or 4 hour time frame, now this becomes your 4 hour order block. Now when you go down to, let's say, 1 hour time frame, all right, 1 hour time frame, you might notice something like this, about, let's say, two candle from the same order block zone that you picked. All right, you might notice something like this. So this becomes your order block on your 1 hour time frame. Is so this one becomes your 1 hour time frame order block, instead of this entire 4 hour order block that you were going to trade with. Same way, when you go down to, let's say, 15 minutes or 5 minutes from the from the 1 hour time frame, you might as well get something like this from the 15 minutes time frame. You might notice something like this from what the 15 minutes time frame. You might notice something like this from what the 15 minutes time frame. And then this one becomes what your order block. All right. So comparing these three time frames that you are using to what to trade or to use your order block, you could see that once you keep on what going downwards or you keep on scaling downwards to a more lower time frame, you see that you keep on getting a more precise zone to trade what to trade from. So that is the lower time frame refinery, or the lower time frame what refinement method of what refining an order block. So you simply go down to a more lower time frame, ready for our time frame that you've or the higher time frame. This becomes what your higher time frame what point of interest. So instead of trading or using the 4 hour hot the higher time frame order block, you just need to scale down to a more lower time frame to identify a more precise zone where institutions are likely to be trading from. So we have, so when you take a very good look at this order blocks, so let's say if we are applying trade, or if this is our trade, you can see that with this particular order block, you are likely to maybe have either a 1:1 or a 1:2 raise to reward ratio with this particular order block, either 1:1 or a 1:2 raise to reward ratio. Same way, if this one is if the 1 hour time frame order block is what you are trading from, you are likely to also get about a 1:3 raise to what reward ratio. For example, a 1:3 raise to what ratio. And also when you are what also trading from the 15 minutes what order block, you might be likely to trade with something like a 1:5 raise to what reward ratio. So that is it when it comes to what order block what refinery, or the lower time frame way of what refining an order block. So you can see that the more you scale down, or the more you refine the zone, the more you reduces what your stop loss reduces, and your entry becomes what more precise. So this is a very important concept that can actually help you to what to improve your trading. Also, another way that you can refine your order block is, or the second method of refining your order block is the body of a candle. All right, the body, the second method is body of what? Candle refinery. So you know that when it comes to candlestick, we have what candlesticks comprises of what the body of the candlestick, and also the wick of the candlestick. So normally some order block have this or have both the order block and also a wick. Sometimes the wick can be very what long, and sometimes it can be what very short. Now between the wick and the body and the wick, where orders can mostly, or where trade or markets normally react from, is the body of what of the candle, because mostly you can find orders, or institutions are likely or to leave orders within what the body of what of the candle. So instead of, let's say, you using the entire what candlestick and body as your zone, all right, you can refine it by considering or choosing the body alone to be what your order block that you will be trading from. So for instance, if you are having an order block, that has a candlestick and a wick, and then you choose the entire candle to be your order block, or to be what your order to be your order block, depending on the time frame that you are using. This one you can just refine it on the same time frame that you are working, or whether it's 4 hour or what 1 hour time frame. And also, if you are another person is trading or tries to refine what the order block using the body alone as what as their what order block. So with this one, or by using the entire zone, same way you can what your risks to reward might be what reduced, because you are using what a more bigger what zone for your order block. You are using a more bigger time a more what bigger zone for your stop loss. But if you are able, which also increases what your increases your what increases your stop loss, making your risks more bigger. But the if you are considering only the body of what of the order block the wick, without the wick, you can see that your stop loss is going to what reduce. You are going to what reduce your stop loss, and also increases what your risk to reward ratio. So that is it when it comes to what refining your order block, either by what lower time frame refinement, or by using the candle body to refine what your order block. Now let's try to identify it from the live market. So when we come to the live market, so that is it when it comes to refining what your order block using the two methods of what order block refined. Either you use what the body to wick, either you use the body to wick, or you use what the lower time frame refined. So if this video helps you to understand how to refine your order block properly, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. You comment under the comment section what refinement, and then also set what your notification. In the next video, I'll be showing you how to apply it on the live market, and also how to what get more precise entry by what refining your order blocks properly.